Hi traders and welcome to the daily recap show for Monday the 28th of February. So starting off with the FTSE as normal, we spoke about the volatility at the moment and we obviously need to be prepared for this to continue for some time. So with that in mind, we have to be managing our risk at all times and we want to be looking for optimum trade setups. And what I mean by managing risk at all times is means we need to be aggressive with our risk management because things can change very quickly. So we wait for those really good setups. And then we manage a trade aggressively. We don't get greedy with our profit targets. We do what the market is telling us it is doing, rather than what we hope it's going to do. We spoke on the FTSE today about the 73.58 to 73.70 as the support zone, and we were looking for acceptance below there for further downside. Although we did say we may see a move back towards the 74.89 to 98. Which would be resistance, and then we spoke about if we've got a sustained break above there. So let's go and have a look and see what happened with the FTSE today. So as you can see, we opened up and we pushed down into this 73.58 to 70 zone, but we got no acceptance below there whatsoever. We actually held it as support several times during the day. This is sort of a bit of a false break signal, having just marginally taken out that overnight low. That was a potential for a trade opportunity there. Other than that, we then got the push up. We held 74.20 to 30 as resistance. We did mention that as a resistance zone. However, we did say that the main resistance was the 74.89 to 74.98 zone. And price action was just very choppy in between these sort of two zones, the 73.58 and the 74.20 zone. We did in the afternoon session, just towards the cash close, see that really strong impulsive push through that 74.20 to 30 zone, got the acceptance above, and we just failed to reach that 74.89 to 70. 74.83. Sorry, there was a mistake on my report there. It was 74.83 to 74.98 zone. So we just failed to make that, and then we have sold off. So the support zone was good this morning. That held quite well, and that's going to probably run over into tomorrow's session if it can hold overnight. We'll have to see how that reacts as always. Price, I just want to show you price on the hourly chart at the moment, just to show you what is going on there. As I've been saying, also when we see this volatility in the market, sometimes it's good just to move up an execution time frame just to keep yourself safer in the markets. And you always need to be aware of what's going on the higher time frames. So you can see we've been having this really high volatility, strong push down, strong push up. Today, as you can see, it's very, very, very consolidatory. Even though there's sort of the 100-point range, because of the volatility in the markets at the moment, it's all still very consolidatory. It's still very corrective. We've created a bit of a range here. Price is very much oscillating back and forth around the moving averages. Moving averages are very flat. There's no clear direction in this price action today. So the next break could be key. We want to see clear and sustained breaks to make sure that we don't get caught out with any liquidity grabs and false breaks, but we will update again in the morning in terms of where those key support and resistance points are and key support and resistance zones are. So now let's go and take a look at the DAX. So with the DAX, we said we needed to gain acceptance back above 14.325 to 350 to see a move back towards 14.565 to 595. We said if we saw more weakness and we saw gained acceptance below 13.935 to 960, then it opened up more downside. So let's go and have a look and see what happened with the DAX today. Okay, so as you can see, the DAX, we opened up and we just created some very oscillating price action. The moving averages were not very clear. It was very oscillating back and forth around this 14.210 to 235 zone with no clear action, no clear price action. We then got a push up into this 325 to 350 zone. We actually got a bit of a reversal pattern here. And then we came back down, held that 210 to 235 zone. We got another retest of that 325 to 350 zone, which held, and then we got that impulsive push through. And now, a bit like the FTSE, we didn't quite make it to that resistance zone that we potentially expected to see above there. But this is also why we need to make sure that we're managing the risk, managing those trades, taking risk off the table when we hit those other zones, those minor zones of resistance and support. If we're long here, we want to be managing our trades around these zones to make sure that we reduce and limit our risk exposure. So if you'd done that, you would have kept yourself safe. You may even been able to make some nice profits on this trade. We got that breakout, the clear, strong, impulsive acceptance above that zone, pushed higher and just didn't quite make it to that resistance zone that we expected before it's fallen away again. So again, just to show you on the DAX, on the hourly chart, on the higher time frame chart, a little bit of a similar story to the FTSE. There's a little, it's not quite as range bound and consolidatory as the FTSE, a little bit more of a channel like pattern rather than a range, but you can still see there's been no real huge clear direction. So again, we'll see what happens overnight. We'll update with those key zones in the morning. But again, just to reiterate, when the markets are like this, a couple of tips. First one, maybe look to slightly higher time frames for execution. And two, please manage that risk. Don't get greedy. Book your profits. Manage your risk as we approach some of those minor zones to reduce risk and make your trades risk free. So I hope you're staying safe in these markets, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Cheers.